Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Cantina corner.
Yo, yo.
Yo, yo. A lot of enthusiasm coming out of the group here.
Howdy.
Howdy. Here, Saturday night preview for Sunday football, not just Sunday night. We had Thursday night football. Just do a quick recap. Packers give the Cardinals a first loss, 24-21. AJ Green decided to stop playing football a play short. And Arizona lost the game. Any comments on that game? Anything surprise you?
I didn't really get to watch a whole lot of it. I watched it kind of here and there when I could.
Kyler's only bad game.
Yeah, Kyler did have a bad game.
Yeah. That's what I didn't really... Yeah, I texted you. I just said, like, fantasy-wise, I knew it was bad, but at least I didn't really get to watch a whole lot of it to see, but I know he threw a pick at the end of the game, right?
Yeah, so the last play of the game, they drove like 94 yards or whatever. They had the ball. They literally got the ball at like the half-yard line and went all the way down the field to the 5. He threw a fade to AJ Green because it was one-on-one, and Green Bay blitzed. And AJ Green like went to block the dude, didn't even turn around for the ball or anything, and the guy just picked it off.
Wow.
It was a perfect throw too. Like if AJ Green turns around, he catches it, it's touchdown. So that's why there's a lot of memes going around of your controller has disconnected and stuff like that, because it looks like AJ Green just didn't know what the play call was. But
that's some shit.
Nonetheless, Cardinals' first loss. Green Bay's been playing hot as hell anyway, so
yeah.
It was a really good game.
Straight wins.
Yeah, it was a really good game down the stretch. But we got Sunday football starting tomorrow. First game we got on the docket to talk about, Panthers versus the Falcons. It's kind of turned itself into a shitball because Sam Darnold's playing like shit lately. Falcons are actually playing solid as of late.
Yeah, that Carolina defense ain't playing at all like it used to at the beginning of the season either.
No. They started off hot. I believe they were like 3-0.
Yeah.
And now what are they, 3-4 now?
3-4, yeah. 3-4.
So they've lost 4 in a row. And what's the Falcons record? You got that on you?
3-3.
3-3, yeah. And they started off 0-3, I think. So, and Matt Ryan's been playing great as of late.
Yeah,
him and Kyle Pitts.
That stretch.
Him and Kyle Pitts the last 2 weeks have been fucking solid. Calvin Ridley still getting targets in that offense, but not the Calvin we know.
He's just not doing a whole lot with it at the moment, but
yeah.
I think it turns around for me because he's getting those kind of targets. It's just a matter of time.
Absolutely. And he's had some huge catch game, like normal catching, receiving games. He just didn't have a touch. Yeah. If he has a touchdown, it's a normal Calvin game. So
that's what I'd say too. Yeah, in a couple of those games, if he had a touchdown, he's about what you thought you were getting.
Yeah. Cordell Patterson last week, huge, finally took over, it seems, the backfield from Mike Davis. Should have happened forever ago, but he finally out-touched him in the backfield. So, what are you guys expecting in this game?
I'm probably expecting that we're not going to watch it much because it's going to be shitty.
No Christian McCaffrey again.
But that especially means that, we're probably just going to flip to it now and then just to see what's going on. But
I got a lot of stock in the...
I was going to say, Joe's got a lot of Falcons stock. He might be...
I'm pumped about Pitts, man. He's finally... He's
been solid, yeah.
He's been delivering on where he was drafted, which is generally around the 4th round for most people.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're able to get him later, then you feel better, but now he's finally putting out.
Yeah. He is for sure. And I'm sure all those people who picked up Cordell Patterson, like Joe and myself in leagues, I mean, it's fun to watch a guy who hasn't been anything in his career finally put up fantasy numbers.
It is, yeah, honestly, a little bit. It's like, because you've seen this dude, like, some of the athleticism and talent he had, like, as a kick returner.
And that's what kept him in the league, if we're being honest. Yeah. He's never really done anything as a receiver or a running back. I know it's fairly new. The last few years he's been taking backfield carries, but it's cool to see. Another huge story is I was reading something that DJ Moore, like the first 3 weeks of the season, was a top 10 wide receiver in fantasy, and like the last 3 weeks he's been like in the 40s as a wide receiver. It's been really bad. A lot of that has to do with Sam Darnold playing like shit. But
last 3 weeks, 9, 10, 13.
Yeah.
His targets have dropped down. He went from 8 targets pretty much every game to 5 targets.
Yeah, so that's something to look at too, because I'm sure there's a lot of people who had DJ Moore. Not that he was, he was a guy people thought would be a solid number 2 option, who was playing like a number 1 and now is playing like a fringe 3. Like, and I get it. Sam Darnold's got a lot to do with that, but who do you guys think?
A bounce back for Darnold this week. I really hope so.
I hope so. I hope he gets on track before McCaffrey comes back.
Yeah.
But who you guys got winning this game? Joe, we'll go with you first since you're wearing a Panthers jersey. Who you got?
I'm going to say Sam Darnold turns it around this week, and him and DJ Moore have a big game.
All right. There you go. Joe's got the Panthers. What about you, Nicholas?
I'm going to go with the Falcons. I think the Falcons going to be an ugly, sloppy game, but they get it done at home.
The ATL, the Dirty South. I agree with you. I think Atlanta gets it done. I actually think this is Calvin Ridley's breakout game.
I would love to see that.
I think Carolina tries to take away Pitts. I think Pitts still has a solid game, but I think most of the focus is going to be on Pitts this week. I think they're going to use safeties to try to take away Pitts, and Calvin's going to take the top off the defense. We're finally going to see Calvin put up like 100 yards with a touchdown.
Fucking see.
I hope so. I have a lot of share of Calvin Ridley, so maybe that's that talking. I don't know.
It'll be tough. Carolina's secondary is pretty good.
It is.
They've been playing pretty good for who they are. So, but if there was a game for it to happen, it'd be now.
Yeah,
because they're having to delete Patterson and Pitts off the plan. So,
right. Moving on to the next game we got here. Tennessee Titans versus the red hot Indianapolis Colts, putting themselves back into position to go after this division. Carson Wentz playing like he did before he got hurt with the Eagles. I don't know that I trust him still, but he's playing great. Deserves credit for it. But the Titans are also playing great. AJ,
I'm buying everything Tennessee is selling right now.
Yeah,
I really do.
You're just all in.
I think they're on fire, dude. Henry can't be stopped. Julio's playing better. He will be out, but AJ Brown did have a bounce back week last week.
Yeah, last 2 weeks AJ Brown's been a monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Julio being out's going to affect Tennessee at all.
Yeah.
No, but it was nice seeing Julio looking like Julio again that last game.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's crazy is we haven't even seen Ryan Tannehill really play a full game well. And they're winning.
Yeah.
So obviously they destroy the Chiefs with Derrick Henry being held under 100 yards with like 30 carry attempts, which is crazy.
Yeah.
He had a passing touchdown.
He did. He threw. MVP's a quarterback award, so he's coming for it. The Colts have just been getting it. Jonathan Taylor Thomas has proven me wrong. He's been playing great. He's been playing really solid. Michael Pittman, nice fucking game last week. And like I said, Carson Wentz been playing great. And Indy's D is back to playing well again. They started the year slow too, and they're back on their ish. So division game, anything can happen. Who do you think pulls this out?
Tennessee.
I think Tennessee also.
You guys are both going with Tennessee, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
I just don't see anyone stopping Henry, man.
Yeah, I don't think the Colts can stop him and get it done. And Tennessee is playing real hot right now.
I wanted to pick Tennessee too, but you guys picking Tennessee makes me want to take the Colts.
No,
I mean, it's not like you have to pick the different one every game, dude.
I'm trying to win these picks, dude. It worked for me on Thursday night. I was all alone on the Packers.
Yeah, but that one was like the Packers could win that one.
Listen, I think the Colts are solid. They could easily win this game. They're at home.
I think it's possible too. They could win it, but
I think this game will be close.
This is a ground game. Whoever controls that run is going to win this game.
I agree, and I like the Colts defense better than I like the Titans. I'll tell you that.
I'd agree with that. I just think Henry is just an unstoppable landmass.
I'll take the Titans.
He's going to eat somebody.
I hope so. I got him in a league, so I hope so. And I need him because I also have Kyler in that league. So I need Henry to fucking do it for me.
Yeah.
Let's get on to a game that's really, I don't even know if it's going to be a contest or not. The Dolphins traveling to Buffalo to take on the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, Josh Allen's going to have a huge game.
Yeah.
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 I'm so pumped.
This game might be over at halftime. That's the only problem for Josh Allen owners is this game might get out of hand real fucking early.
Yeah, it got out of hand though. Well, who was that? Who'd they play? Was that Houston 40-0? Remember that?
Yeah.
Josh Allen still put up 22 points. I mean, I could see the Dolphins putting up a higher score than Houston did, so Josh Allen would probably have to stay on the horse.
Oh, here's a stat. The Dolphins are 6-0 all time in games played on Halloween.
Oh, spooky season.
Ooh,
does that change your mind?
Ooh, you better bench Josh Allen.
Bench him. No,
the Dolphins got a lot of shit going on right now. A lot of rumors about trading for Deshaun Watson. Tua saying he doesn't feel wanted. This could be a bloodbath.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if we got to spend much more time on this. Who you guys got winning? Buffalo. Okay. Yeah. Let's move on. Probably another game that probably isn't that hard to decide. Bengals at the Jets.
Yeah, this is definitely gonna be a bloodbath.
This is the bloodbath.
Maybe. Come on now. This is my classic NFL upset right here. You got the Bengals blowing out the Ravens last week, and then they go face the Jets. Everybody think it's a for sure win, and then they lose.
If it was Zach Wilson, I would agree with you.
I don't see Joe Burrow even doing that, even with Zach Wilson. I think Burrow's would be like, no, we're just going to come in and just destroy him because that's what I do.
I think Mixon's going to have a huge game.
I do too. Jets are the worst team against the run. I think everybody on Cincinnati is going to have a big game.
I mean, obviously Jamar's going to get at least a touchdown. At least.
Yeah, that's just what he does.
And then you get your pick of the litter between T. Higgs and Tyler Boyd.
T. Higgs with 15 targets last week. Does he match that again this week?
I don't think he's going to have
targets.
I don't think he will either. They threw the ball a fuck ton last week. Yeah. I don't think they're going to have to this week.
And then the CJ Uzomah.
Uzomah, dude.
He's been going off lately too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone on the Bengals has because Joey B's slinging it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys know I have the Bengals on this one. So I'll let you guys
just say Cincinnati. If Zach Wilson was playing, I would go for the upset just for the fun of it. But whatever his first name is, White, his last name, he ain't got it.
He ain't it. He ain't
got it.
Sorry, fam.
Yeah.
All right, here's the next game. This game, division game, should be pretty good game. Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to the Cleveland Browns. Baker Mayfield will start. Obviously has the shoulder injury, fracture in the other shoulder. Nick Chubb is coming back. Coughlin is coming back. This will be the first game where the Browns have their starting 5 offensive linemen playing since week 1, which is crazy to think about.
This will also be the first game with Odell and Landry in this calendar year.
Yeah.
To play together. Exactly. So this is kind of a crazy stat with the Browns getting healthy on offense. Do have some injuries on defense. Obviously, JOK is going to be out. Denzel Ward's going to be out. Jadeveon Clowney is questionable. So defensively, they might be a little banged up, but I think pretty sure the Steelers are still banged up on defense. In their secondary, they got that rookie corner, I guess. And from what I've seen and heard, he's actually playing better than Hayden and all their secondary. It's kind of worrisome.
Yeah,
if you're in this division.
Yeah, plus it's a division game. We just blew them out last year in the playoffs, so there's going to be some extra juice, I feel like, flowing through Pittsburgh. Like they came and embarrassed us in the playoffs last year. We got to return the favor. The only thing I will say, the biggest disadvantage for the Cleveland Browns is Myles Garrett going against the Pittsburgh offensive line. That is atrocious. And Big Ben can't move like he used to. So it's really, if we can stop Najee Harris and you can stop Deontay Johnson, the quick outs, they shouldn't be able to move the ball at all.
Don't forget about Claypool deep downfield.
I'm not worried about Claypool.
If Ben can get it there, our secondary is not going to be up to it.
If he's got time.
If he's got time.
If he's got time.
Claypool doesn't worry me. Anybody named Mapletron is just a fucking loser. So, no, what I would like to see, I'll tell you this, guys. I would like to see Joe Woods put Grant Delpit in the box and just shadow Najee Harris the entire time. I want him covering Najee Harris. I don't care if you play 3 safeties and have Delpit playing like outside linebacker, and just his whole role is guarding Najee every play.
Yeah, make Ben throw it.
Yeah, I want him. I want Ben throwing 50 times because I'll feel real confident at that point. With that being said, Baker, hopefully he's good. He's gonna play. You better be good.
Yeah.
Case Keenum did solid. He's obviously not Baker. But if you're gonna play and you're gonna start, you better perform. That's just the way I feel.
Especially this division game. This division's already going to be tight. You need to come out and play good.
I give him credit too. I mean, it's kind of a contract year. Obviously he can get franchise tagged, but he's kind of betting on himself. He's hurt and he's still going to go out there and try to perform. So I do give him a little bit of credit in that. But with that being said, how do you guys think this game shakes out?
I think the Browns take it.
I'm gonna say Browns take it. I'm just.
That's a very unconfident. I think the Browns.
No,
take
no.
it. Not
they're
from
gonna
you,
win.
Joe. From Nicholas.
It's like just how the Browns have been playing lately. I know they just came out and kind of like, I don't want to say completely dominated Denver, but like pretty much handled that game.
It felt like it, but they only won by 3.
Yeah, like, and our defense is definitely liable to let them into this game, even if the Browns get up big. So it's one of those things where it's a division game, so it's just going to be a tough game, you know. Like,
yeah,
I think the Browns win. I think it's going to be close, if anything, and it's just going to be a tough game.
Yeah,
you got the same thing, right, Joe? Yeah, I got the Browns winning this too. I actually think this might be an Odell game.
That would be. I'll tell you what, it'd be nice to see him kind of come out and like show out like that. It's been really a long time since we've seen that kind of Odell.
Yeah, I really do think this might be it.
I believe if Baker gets some time in the pocket and he gets his confidence, this could be a huge game for the Browns.
Yeah.
He just needs that confidence back.
All right, so we've done a good job of the last 4 games. We've all picked the same teams, so we're on a roll here. Let's see what happens here. The next 1:00 game, Eagles travel to Detroit to take on the Lions, who still haven't won a game but have been playing teams tough. Even last week, playing the Rams hard. Pretty much playing like they got nothing to lose because they really don't. Going for it on 4th down with fake punts successfully. Jared Goff bounced back, had a nice game. Swift looks like he's the real freaking deal.
Probably the best player on that Lions team right now.
Yeah. I got a feeling this could be a bounce back Hawkinson game. Finally, he's been playing like dog shit.
Yeah, he fell off a couple weeks there.
Yeah. For the Eagles, it's weird to say, but I think their offense might flow better with Miles Sanders being hurt. Gainwell, more of a receiving back. I think this Eagles offense might have a little more flow to it than it normally does. I know we talked about this, Nicholas, but like in terms of Jalen Hurts, like 70% of his fantasy points are coming in the 4th quarter.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. How much damage he's doing late.
It's a lot of that garbage time.
Garbage time might not be garbage time in this game. This game could be close. 2 bad teams.
Yeah, that's what I'm interested to see too, because it was one when I was looking at it, I was thinking kind of the same. I'm like, I don't know if there's really going to be a garbage time period here because both these teams really are kind of like just not playing that great.
Yeah. I actually think the Lions get this done. I'm going to pick the Lions this week. I think they get their first dub.
I was going to do the same when I was looking. I was like, I think they're going to do it. I think they're going to take it against the Eagles.
They played really well against the Rams.
That's a big factor too, and why I'm picking. I was like, they're at home. They played real good there, and I think this could be a game where like just DeAndre Swift goes off again.
Yeah,
it would be nice to see if Hockenson does bounce back because I do have him in a league, so it'd be really nice to see that. But I just think Swift you can just dominate in this game.
I think last week was a huge confidence boost for their offense, just being able to hang with the Rams as long as they did.
Yeah.
So I think this will be a tight game. This might be one where they go down last minute and win the game with the last drive, but I think the Lions get it done and get their first dub. I called Jacksonville's first dub, so I'm getting the Lions off the snide. Who you got, Joe?
I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
Just going with Philly.
I think Philly and Jalen Hurts is just gonna have his way. He's gonna have his way with that Detroit defense.
Phil. Jalen Hurts, your boy.
Yep.
Squirts.
Hurts to squirts.
No, Goddard.
Dallas Goddard. Next game. This is going to be a bloodbath, I would assume. The LA Rams taking on the Houston Texans. Tyrod coming back. Make a difference?
Yep.
Yes, but not that big of a difference against the Rams.
Yeah. I tend to agree with you.
He doesn't make enough for them to really like still give him a chance to win this game.
Yeah. I think they might start off hot. It might be a game where you look and it's like, oh, it's 10-7 Houston early, but then it ends up being like 24-13 or something like that.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp goes off again. He just has another fucking day.
I hope so.
It's gonna happen.
Stafford had a huge game last week. The Rams defense obviously playing pretty well. Did show some vulnerability versus Detroit, but I mean, what are you gonna do when a team goes for 2 fake punts, onside kick gets successfully? I mean,
yeah,
Detroit was pulling out all the stops. I don't know if Houston's prepared to do that, which they should. I mean, what the fuck do they have to lose either? You know what I mean? They might be trading Deshaun Watson. Who knows? Supposedly there's a deal in place, so we'll see what actually happens. I know Brandon Cooks was pissed about them trading Mark Ingram. I don't know if you guys saw that. They traded Mark Ingram to the Saints, and Brandon Cooks was out tweeting about it. I wouldn't be surprised if Cooks talks his way off that team, because he could still provide for a team.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons too. I can see why that whole thing between Deshaun Watson and the organization kind of went sour. I'm sure he raised a lot of stink trying to get out of there because I mean they were trading everybody away, trading DeAndre Hopkins away, and it's just like
that was a big one.
Deshaun Watson and they didn't get shit for those deals.
They didn't get anything.
Who's that coach? Was it Brian?
Bill O'Brien.
Not Brian Billick. Yeah, Bill O'Brien. And it's just like that dude was a fucking moron.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah. It's funny. I saw DeAndre Hopkins say something. I think it was a week ago about show me a first round rookie who's playing as good as me or Julio the last whatever years because they've been traded for first round picks. And it's like, yeah, he's got a fucking point. Like, you're losing that deal. Like, sorry.
Yep.
But yeah, I got the Rams in this one. I'm assuming you guys got the Rams as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the Rams are for real. Houston's not. So that's all that needs to be said there.
No.
The final 1:00 game we got here is the 49ers traveling to Chicago. Take on Justin Fields and the Bears, who got absolutely fucking embarrassed by Tampa Bay last week. 5 turnovers for Fields. Joe was ready to trade him for a bag of dog shit.
They just kick Cody out?
Yeah. My Discord just did the thing again, so hold on.
Yeah,
thing about Justin Fields.
I have no idea. Yeah, Justin Fields not happy. Let me just turn my camera on.
Let me just put my dick away.
I don't know why that happens. Sorry about that. Some on-the-fly technical difficulties. But we're back, and we're ready to talk shit about Justin Fields again. 5 turnovers last week. Was it 3 picks and 2 fumbles? I can't even keep track. It was so much bullshit.
5 turnovers, 3 picks, 2 fumbles.
Joe was ready to trade him for a bag of dog shit last week. I almost got him for Amon-Ra St. Brown, but he thought better of it. So yeah, Justin Fields playing like crap. Bears offensive line's terrible, so it doesn't help anything at all.
Yeah, I think that continues this game. I think Fields is about to get dominated again. That San Francisco D line. How many? I know they always say it too, and I forget. But how many fucking first round picks they got on that line?
3.
It's fucking insane. I think he's just gonna get destroyed again. Honestly, I think he's gonna have another 5 turnover performance.
Ooh.
I really think so.
Joe might lose his fucking mind if he does that again.
Well, I don't think Joe's got to start him this week though. So,
which I hope everyone survived.
It's a rough one to survive.
Last week, bye week. Huge survival. We'll talk about that afterwards because I got story time coming.
Campfire story time.
49ers coming off a tough loss in the middle of a hurricane versus the Colts. Jimmy G did not play well. Mitchell did play well, and they kind of got away from the run in that game, which was kind of weird. Debo did his thing. I think you're right, though, Nicholas. I think the Niners defense dominates this game. I actually told someone who's in like a pick'em thing where it's kind of like, the survivor pools where you pick the winner and you just got to survive. But this is you pick a team each week. Once you pick that team, you can't pick them again, but it's point differential. So if your team loses, you're like by 4, you're -4 for that week in total points.
Oh, okay.
So that carries over into the next week. So if you were -4 last week, coming into this week, if you win by 10, you have 6 points. And the one chick that I work with, she's like way out of coming in first place for the points, but they do a weekly thing. Whoever picks the game with the biggest blowout, they split a pot. And I told her, I was like, I think that's the 49ers. I think that's a team that not many people will pick because it's the Bears. It's kind of like I don't know if the 49ers are good. The Bears defensive line is good. But I was like, I think this could be a blowout. So I told her to pick the 49ers. I'm picking the 49ers to win this game. Because of what you said, I think the defensive line, Tom, I think Bosa might have 3 sacks in this game.
Yeah. I really think it's another 5 turnover performance from Fields at the minimum.
He said. Minimum.
Yeah, I'm going with the 49ers as well on this one.
Whew. All right. Joe, what do you got?
Chicago Bears, baby.
He's riding it.
I have way too much faith in this kid. I'm really hoping
he's never given up on him.
He just needs an offense that is scripted for him. I don't know what offensive playbook they're running, but
Matt Nagy, baby.
He is the worst head coach I think I've ever seen besides Hugh Jackson.
Yeah.
You got Allen Robinson playing like garbage. You have a rookie leading your team in receptions and yards. I mean, what is going on?
Nothing.
It is surprising because Allen Robinson isn't really a dude that I don't think anybody pegged for this type of drop off. He's always been a solid wide receiver.
He's not getting you less than 10 points. His floor was so high.
Allen Robinson will be a trade target.
Yes.
During the trade deadline here. I actually think a team that he won't go to, but I'd love to see him go to, would be the Packers. Because I think him across from Adams would be real nice. Just a fucking
really
reliable third down guy for Rodgers. But they would never trade him in division, I don't think. So he'll probably go to an AFC team. So that'll be something to look out to. Maybe like the Raiders or somebody who's in that mix pulls the trigger. New England. Somebody who's like right there pulls the trigger for a wide receiver.
Yeah.
But speaking of New England, look at that transition. Blippity bloppity blue. Patriots versus the Chargers. That didn't rhyme to end it, but I tried. Patriots at the Chargers. This, on paper in the offseason, probably didn't look like a good game, but I think this is going to be a pretty good game.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a close game.
Patriots, Mac Jones is playing fucking phenomenal right now. Phenomenal. Looking like the best rookie QB right now. Lawrence has played well, but I think Mac Jones is actually elevating his team around him, which I think is a difference. I don't think Lawrence is really doing that quite yet, but the Patriots defense also has been playing pretty good this year. Chargers kind of but they had a bye like last week. The week before that, they got fucking torched by the Ravens. Absolutely torched. And before that, they were like the golden child of the NFL. They're probably a little bit better than people thought they would be this year, but what do you guys think? Do you guys think they're the team that started off the year hot as hell, or the team that got blown out by the Ravens, or somewhere in between?
I think they're maybe somewhere in between.
Let me put it this way. Do you think they're capable of winning this division? They seem to be in the driver's seat. Do you think they can really take this division from the Chiefs or the Raiders?
I think it's possible, yes. The way the Chiefs have been playing, unless the Chiefs, and I hate to say it because it's like I'm just writing off the Raiders, but I kind of am.
Yeah, but I think everybody feels that way.
Yeah, but I want to give them their due, but at the same time, it's just like we've seen this before. At any time, it's just going to whatever. But I feel like if the Chiefs don't really do something to right their ship, which I think this week is perfect for them to, but if they don't, then I think the Chargers definitely have a serious opportunity to take the division. They're a good team. I think they are a good team.
Yeah, sure. They are. They're a potent offense for sure. Their defense is a little shaky every now and then.
Yeah.
What about you, Joe? Do you think they can win this division?
You threw me off, man. You said in your transition, bippity boppity boo, and then I thought of Raising Cane's.
What can Cane's do for you?
Feed my belly.
I saw a TikTok where a guy was like, hippity hoppity boo, here's what the fuck I want.
Yeah, that's what I thought of next. I was like, I gotta go do this now. No, but I'm going to take New England.
You like New England in this game?
I do. I like Mac Jones. Every game, he seems to be progressing further into that offense and looking a lot better. And the Chiefs are just cold.
The Chiefs?
Sorry, not the Chiefs.
Chargers?
He's
just thinking of Canes right now.
Canes.
That's all he's thinking about.
That chicken.
You got me all messed up.
The dippy sauce.
Mac Jones is good for you.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I just like that offense right now, and their defense is playing a lot better too. They got a lot of confidence coming into this game. I think it's going to be a tough, close game.
So you think the Chargers are cold. Do you think they can win this division still?
Yes.
You do? Okay, still think they're capable of winning it?
Yeah. Herb Squirts is young, but he'll pull it out.
Yeah. The Squirts is young. He is
mini goat. He is the next Tom Brady. Hot take.
You mean Joe Burrow?
Yeah, no. That's Joe Burrow, dude. Herbert's too athletic to be the next Tom Brady, bro. Gonna have to find a better comp, dude.
But he's got a goddamn cannon.
Most of these young guys do, dude.
I don't know.
Baker might have a stronger arm, honestly.
I don't know.
Dude, Baker's got a cannon. Baker's got a stronger arm than Burrow. I don't ever say this. Baker has a stronger arm than Burrow.
But he's just too inaccurate.
I don't disagree with you.
Any of these quarterbacks can whip the fucking ball down the field into a Hail Mary. I mean, look at Josh Allen. Did it last year.
It's true. But
shit, Baker did it this year.
I just love Herb Squirts, dude.
I'm going to
take him in next year's draft, too.
I get it.
I love it.
He's going to take him every year.
Every year, dude. I think I give a fuck.
That offense is just erection selection. He can go wherever he wants.
Look at this. All this hype up, and he's taking New England.
Yeah, I know. What a pussy.
All right, well, fuck you. I'm taking it.
I already wrote down New England. I already wrote down New England.
Nope, Eckler's back this week. He's not questionable. He will be playing Sunday. And I love the Chargers.
Can't change it.
I was about to pull my shirt off with a jersey underneath.
Herb Squirts jersey, dude. No, get a custom jersey.
This guy's gonna go bankrupt with how many jerseys he wants to buy, dude.
Oh, I love him. No, Mike Williams has got to have a bounce back week this week. I think it's gonna be such a good. I think it's gonna be a great game. Honestly, I'm excited to watch it.
Yeah, this is one of the 4:00 games that I am excited to watch.
Which there hasn't been many this year.
No, there hasn't. They've been dog water. I am gonna pick the Chargers to win this game.
It's hot dog water. I'm gonna pick the Chargers as well.
It's your last chance, Joe. Are you staying with New England or changing?
No, you guys got me all hyped. Look what you did.
You got yourself hyped, dude. All we had to do is point out how hyped you were getting for him, dude.
Love the Chargers.
It's all it took.
All right. Moving on to a dog shit game. Jacksonville traveling to Seattle. Geno Smith's been playing like absolute horse shit.
He's been playing like Geno Smith, like a guy who gets punched by teammates.
He really has. Outside of the catch DK had, it wasn't even a bomb. It was a 15-yard throw that DK just broke the tackle and house.
I didn't get
just handled it.
No.
I just started watching right after that play.
Yeah, it was like a 15-yard down the sideline throw, and DK just broke the tackle and housed it.
Yeah, pretty much.
After that, though, Marshawn Lattimore shut down DK. He had one catch after that the whole rest of the game.
Lattimore's a beast.
Yeah, Lattimore is a beast. But Seattle's not playing well. Their defense is terrible. It ain't the Legion of Boom. Obviously, we know that. Without Russ, their offense is very stagnant.
No running back.
There's nothing going on.
Collins hasn't produced since that first game.
Yeah, I think Collins' hip is hurting him a little more than they say, because he looked like shit last week. He couldn't cut.
Yeah, he didn't do shit at all.
Yeah,
he didn't look at all like that explosive that first couple weeks he was playing.
Yeah,
he didn't see it.
And they're taking on Jacksonville, who's honestly been playing pretty well. I know
Trevor Lawrence specifically has been playing.
Yeah, Lawrence is gaining his confidence, playing better. They're actually using Robinson as part of the offense. I honestly think Jacksonville's going to win this game, which is crazy to think that you're going to pick a team like Jacksonville to go into Seattle and win, because that's such a tough place to play. But I think Seattle's lost right now. Without Russ, I think Seattle's just absolutely fucking lost.
They have no identity. All they have is DK and Lockett for an identity, but what are they going to do if they can't get the ball to him?
I don't even know if Lockett's an identity anymore. Without Russ, Lockett's fucking useless.
Honestly,
a deep threat.
Useless.
With Geno Smith, they ain't doing nothing.
Geno almost blew my bye week game last week. This is what the story time was about. Me and Nicholas were watching the game, and I had Geno going against. I had a 40-point lead with Geno, and the other guy had Kamara, Alex Collins, and Callaway for the Saints. If Geno on the last play of the game, well, we lose a half a point for sacks, right? I had like a fucking 3-point lead. 3-point lead with Geno getting the ball back. I'm like, all we need is him not to turn it over. He takes 2 sacks in a row. So now I'm really sweating it, because now a turnover, I lose. Because I only had like a 1.7 lead, and I lose 2 points for a turnover. The final throw, the linebacker dives, has it in his hands, but when he hits the ground, it comes out. If he holds on to the ball, I lose in fantasy. But instead, I'm 6-1 in the big money. It was crazy.
Well, it was just like me for that San Francisco Colts game. If Garoppolo didn't throw that last pick in garbage time, I would have lost.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't get any closer than to 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Hail Mary.
Which, speaking of that game, if Kyle doesn't drop Robert Tonyan and pick up O.J. Howard, I mean, that was a 15-point swing pretty much.
What a terrible
Tonyan
ball.
went off, and Howard had 1 point, I think. But I got Jacksonville in this game. I think Seattle is just dog shit without Russ.
I agree. I'm getting hotter on Jacksonville.
This is going to be interesting, Nicholas. Who you taking? These are your boys.
Yeah, dude.
It is tough. So I can't disagree at all with anything you're saying, and I've been feeling like the same way, but it's just...
It's the Seahawks.
I feel like it is. It's Seahawks at home. I feel like Pete Carroll just finds a way to get it done. All right. He finds a way to get it done in spite of the team, in spite of Geno Smith. All right. Somehow he cobbles something together.
Yeah, Seattle does have better coaching. That is for damn sure.
Yeah.
At least. Meyer has been atrocious.
Next game. This is the other 4:00 game. I think is going to be really good. Buccaneers at the Saints. The only reason I think this game might be good is the Saints defense. But this game could be a blowout. I could absolutely see Tom Brady getting it done against the Saints defense.
Yeah, it's very possible.
No Antonio Brown this game again. Seen in a walking boot. Does that worry you guys for him going forward? that this injury is way worse than it was supposed to be. Now he's in a boot.
It's not good.
It's definitely not good. Yeah.
I'm blaming Kevin fully.
I would have to
traded for this guy. He went off the 1 week he got to use him, and he's been hurt ever since. It's partially my fault because I traded him to him. So.
Damn, so he's going to be out for a minute. Yeah, he said they're aiming for week 10 or week 11 against the
so at least 2 more weeks. That sucks. I do believe they're getting Gronk back. I think they did say Gronk's coming back for sure this week, which could
questionable still, but
which could be good.
Let's talk about the biggest change in that offense. Leonard Fournette being a dog.
Uncle Lenny, dude.
Uncle Lenny has been.
Just got to give him the football.
Give him the ball.
Yeah, if that were only the case with him,
he's a red zone monster.
It is, dude.
4 touchdowns.
It is
in the
the case with him.
Weeks.
It's been his MO, dude. When he was in Jacksonville, he was a monster. The playoffs last year, that's when Fournette really became a monster for them. Last year, it was him and Antonio Brown carrying him through the playoffs.
That's one mistake in my drafts this year, that I wanted to get him late and I just slept on him. Because in that playoffs last year, he looked great. It looked like he was fitting into the offense.
Yeah.
They were worried about Brady throwing all the time, and now they are, and they have to be, and they really have to just pick one side of the offense to stop because it's so explosive, they can't stop it.
Can't shake him. Uncle Lenny playing great.
Can't shake him.
He's ranked 10th right now. He's a top 10 running back. And it's early.
It is early. And running backs, there's a lot of banged up running backs. But he's playing great. They keep Rojo off the field. There's no reason for Rojo to be on the field unless you're up by fucking 30 like they were against Chicago. But it'll be interesting to see Mike Evans versus Lattimore. That's always an interesting matchup. Lattimore's playing great. If there is no Antonio Brown and no Gronk, it'll be interesting because that Godwin and Evans, when those two are missing time, are just fucking going off in fantasy, both of them. Different ways too. Godwin's getting all the catches and the yards, and Evans is getting all the touchdowns. I did see something crazy. They broke down Brady's 600 touchdowns, and they had like all the guys that have caught the most from him, which is crazy to think. Gronk's caught like 106 from Brady. It's the most. It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
But dude, Mike Evans is already up there. He's got 24 from Brady.
Damn.
Like that's crazy, bro. They've only been together a year and a half.
Like, that's Evans, though.
That's
always
Evans.
Right?
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was a crazy stat. So it'd be interesting to see, if Antonio Brown's out and Gronk's out again, if those guys just continue to go off no matter who's on the other side of them. As far as the Saints offense, it's Kamara and nobody else. Michael Thomas still ain't coming back.
Kamara's been an absolute monster so far this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't Kamara get some ridiculous number of carries last week?
Got a ridiculous amount of touches last week.
Yeah, just touches in general.
Yeah.
Every time I looked at the screen, he had the damn ball.
Yeah. It was pissing me off.
Yeah, 10 catches for 128 yards.
Yeah. This guy's an animal.
Yeah. He's a monster. He's 100% a monster. But Saints are at home. Anything can happen. Divisional game. Who you guys got?
This is a tough one. I kind of want to. I think I'm just going to go with the Buccaneers. I think the Buccaneers just do get it done. I just don't see. I don't see Jameis, even as good as that defense is, the Saints. I don't think Jameis is going to be able to hang offensively with the Buccaneers.
Not gonna be a revenge game for Jameis, dude.
Fuck no, it's not. Not against Tom Brady-led Buccaneers. No, I'm sorry.
He'll be throwing it to Buccaneers players at least.
I think he will. I think that could definitely happen.
Yeah, I got the Bucs
I think
as
the
well.
Buccaneers get it done.
Yeah, Bucs. I'd love to see the Saints win. I don't want to see another 7-1 team. But
yeah, be crazy. But we're on the Bucs on that one. Here you go. Here's the game right here. Washington football team at the Denver Broncos, who've been playing like trash. Washington's been putting up fights but losing. the Broncos have just been garbage since the first 3 weeks when they faced bad teams. I think their first 3 opponents were 0-9 to start the year combined, and Denver was 3-0, and everybody was getting on board with Teddy. They've lost 4 games in a row now, 3-4.
Yeah.
Ugly loss against the Browns. Again, they only lost by 3, but it felt like they were dominated the whole game.
Yeah.
Dearness Johnson ran all over him. It's interesting. Gibson might miss this game.
Really?
With the calf injury. He's been questionable all week. I know he was like limited in practice and stuff. I haven't looked up to see if he's going to play or not, if they've announced anything.
He does not have an injury designation for Sunday's game in Denver.
Okay, well, there you go. They're going to play him. But he's played like dog shit. So
he's playing
doesn't matter.
through a stress fracture. So
so
he is still.
That's what
so he is still injured. He's
injured. They just gotta have him go.
So yeah, I wouldn't expect him to be very effective with a stress fracture.
Yeah,
it's gotta be rough to play through.
So it could be a good game for J.D. McKissick getting more involved in the offense. Scary Terry.
Yeah.
Although he's gonna have to go up against Patrick Surtain, the second or the third. I'm not really sure which one he is.
He's been a monster. The second.
Yeah. That'll be a good matchup to watch. Those two. Broncos, as far as their offense, I think Jerry Jeudy's coming back. Did they announce that? He is.
Yes. He's active.
We'll see how limited he is, but he was looking like a fucking beast at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
And Cortland Sutton's played well. But we'll see who takes a hit from that. Obviously, Tim Patrick probably takes a little bit of a backseat in the offense.
Yeah. That's what I would think would.
Hopefully Jeudy opens up the middle of the field for Fant too. With two good outside wide receivers, maybe Fant gets a little more room in the middle. But not that great of a matchup. Who you guys got?
I'm gonna take the Broncos. Bounce back.
Yeah.
For the exact reason what you just said, I think Jeudy is gonna open the middle of that field. Fant's gonna be able to just have his way with it. They have, and their run game too. It opens up their whole offense. They needed a guy like Jeudy to be back to help them do anything.
Yeah, the Broncos too.
Broncos. Yeah, for really, I guess get what you guys are saying. There's another game where I'm not that excited to really tune in. I like Scary Terry a lot. That's about the only player, but
I will say, out of all the shitty games this week, I would like to watch this one out of all the shitty ones, just because of Jerry Jeudy being back. I want to see what that offense is going to look like with a deep threat.
For sure. I'm going to take Washington. I think Scary Terry's going to get done in this game. I really do. I like Scary Terry.
He's a beast regardless, win or lose.
I think the biggest factor in this game will be Heineke's legs. I think Heineke might get over 100 yards in this game.
Oh yeah, because
he was damn close last week, wasn't he?
Yeah, he had like 95 last week. But I think Heineke's a little bit of an X factor. And I know Fitzpatrick might be coming back. I think this is like a game where Heineke's like showing that you need to stick with me. No,
is Von Miller still out?
I'm not sure if he's still out, but I know he's on the trading block.
If he doesn't play, I would take Washington based on the legs. But without knowing, I'm just going to stick with Denver.
Yeah. Next game should be a good, hopefully Dak plays in this game. Sunday Night Football. Cowboys at the Vikings. With Dak, this is a really good game. Without Dak, I don't know what the fuck this is.
I would think without Dak, yeah, they're just going to feed Zeke. Show. That would be the smart thing, I would imagine.
You would think, but what if Minnesota, what if they put 8-man box the whole time?
Zeke can eat him, dude. I don't know if you've ever seen him, dude.
I have.
I don't know if you ever seen him do that.
I've also seen him play like shit, bro.
Yeah. All last year.
Might be a Tony Pollard game, bro.
Yeah. Could be, yeah.
Probably will be.
Yeah, I agree. I think if they don't have him, they're gonna have to run the ball.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna have to lean on the run.
It's a great 1-2 punch.
But hopefully he plays. It's a calf strain. It's crazy. They had a whole bye week and everything, and he's still dealing with it. game time decision. Which usually for quarterbacks not good. Usually you want to know who your guy is going in. But I mean, that would affect everybody wide receiver wise, like Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb for fantasy. I mean, it affects a lot of shit fantasy wise.
Everything goes down.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly think everything goes down if he's not playing.
Especially because the backup, I don't even know his name.
I don't either.
And
I know it's not DiNucci, whatever the fuck that guy's name was.
You don't even know his name. But yeah, he has no reps with this offense this year. So
yeah,
it's just not good.
Minnesota, on the other hand, is probably one of the best teams not to win very many games. They're 3-3, but they could be 4-2. Yeah, they could be 5-1. They've lost a lot of close games. They just haven't finished. But offense, hopefully Cook is back to being fully healthy. I know he was a little banged up the last few weeks after missing a few games, but if he's healthy, Justin Jefferson, obviously we know what he's capable of.
Yeah.
Adam Thielen, hopefully he gets in the end zone, because when he doesn't, I mean, you see what he's been doing the last few weeks, absolutely nothing. But the Vikings offense is still good, and their defense is still, I think, in the middle of the pack in terms of play.
Overall, they have the number 6 defense.
Number 6, so they're playing even better than I thought they were.
That's overall, but yeah, it's solid. That's
very solid. What's the Cowboys defense at? Because they've played astronomically better.
11th.
11th.
They have
lockdown.
Yeah, I think Parsons is the biggest addition to that. I know Diggs is getting all the fucking headlines and everything. But Parsons is just a different fucking animal on that team. In terms of that, we'll do this. If Dak plays, who do you guys have winning?
Dallas.
I would say Dallas, yes.
All right, if Dak doesn't play, who do you got winning?
Dallas.
It's tough.
Vikings just keep losing these close games, and I just don't think.
And that's why I could see them pull it out without Dak. I could see that even if it's
that
a close
offense
game,
is so good. Schultz has been playing great. Their tight end. I mean, they have tons of people to throw the ball to, tons of people to run the ball.
Their backup quarterback, Rush Cooper.
Yeah,
Cooper
that guy.
Kupp's brother, dude. Rush Cooper.
Make it mind, dude. Who are you going with?
Yeah, dude.
It's a conditional one. If Dak plays, I got Dallas. If not, I'm gonna go with the Vikings.
If that's not the most cuck answer I've ever heard.
Yeah,
it's a game time decision, dude.
I don't want to hear no conditionals. You pick.
Who wins? Pick.
Fine, Dallas. Whatever.
All right. Yeah. I'm picking Minnesota.
Fuck you.
I really don't think he's gonna play. Monday Night Football. This game should be a bloodbath, but Kansas City's playing like shite, and the Giants are actually playing pretty well. They've been banged up, and they've been playing pretty well. Daniel Jones is playing great ever since he got knocked the fuck out. What was that? Was that versus Dallas, I believe?
Yeah.
He got that concussion.
Yeah. He got up and just stumbled away.
Ever since then, he's been playing pretty great. They haven't. They don't have much on offense. I think they're going to get healthy. I think Sterling Shepard will be back.
Yeah, they keep losing everybody on their offense to injuries. It's been terrible.
I'm not sure. When's Barkley? Is it next week? Barkley's eligible to come back?
I don't know.
Should be.
Let me.
I think it's next week.
I think so. Yeah, this will be his 3rd straight week. So yeah, he was on the IR.
Yeah.
So yeah, minimum of 3 weeks. So he'd be eligible to come back.
Yeah, if he's ready.
If he's ready.
Okay, so they'll for sure be without Barkley. Chiefs defense been playing like garbage. Chiefs offense has been playing like garbage. Mahomes been turning the ball over left and right. I think their top heavy team is catching up with them outside of Mahomes, Kelsey, and Hill, they have nothing on offense. If you take those three out, which is easy to say, if you take these players off a team, they're not as good. But the Giants might be deeper on offense than the Chiefs are, which is crazy to say, but they might be.
Take one of those out, and they're hardly a playoff team.
Yeah, they're hardly a playoff team right now. Which is kind of crazy. I never thought this far into the year they'd be 3-4. That Browns lost to them is looking.
It's weird.
Imagine if the Browns won that game, they'd be 2-5. I mean, and probably. I mean, the Giants are 2-5. I mean, this is just crazy what the Chiefs are doing, and it's like you can't write them off because you can see them winning 9 in a row.
Yeah,
you know. But the way they're playing, I just don't see how they win 9 in a row. And I think this week will be very telling. If they struggle against the Giants at home, I think they're in serious fucking trouble. If they struggle against the Giants at home, if they lose this game, they don't make the playoffs to me.
No.
I don't think they can come back and make the playoffs.
No.
So with that being said, I'm taking the Chiefs because I think this is like, as early as we are into the year, week 8, I think this is a must win for them. And that's why I'm taking the Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm going to take them as well. I think this is a perfect week I think it is a must win. And I think this is a good game for them to kind of set things straight. This opponent's not very strong, even though like you said, they've been playing somewhat well with all the injuries. It's still not a very strong team. I think this could be the week where they just get back on track, get back to the Chiefs team that we've been used to seeing.
Yep. A lot of points from 87.
It'd be nice.
We have them in a league. What do you think, Joe? You think they bounce back?
Yeah.
It's
a must win.
Yeah, it is a must win.
The Giants at home, you are not going to the playoffs.
No.
And I don't see the playoffs without the Chiefs.
Especially in the AFC. The AFC is so tight right now. There's 10 teams battling for playoff spots, and that's not even including the Chiefs because they're 3-4. So the AFC is totally opposite of the NFC. NFC, it's like we have some pretty clear leaders in divisions. It's not that way for the AFC at all. Outside of, well, I don't even know. What's the Bills' record right now? What have they lost? 2 games?
2 games. Tennessee and
Pittsburgh in the beginning of the year, right?
Yeah.
And the Patriots are
4-2.
3-4. So the Patriots are 3-4. So it's like they don't even have a clear lead on that division.
Yeah.
They do, but they don't. You got AFC North that we're in. If we win, we're 5-2 or 5-3. I don't even remember. Yeah, 5-3.
Yeah, we'll be 5-3 if we win. Yeah.
If we win, Bengals win, they're 6-2. I mean, Ravens, they're 5-2. I mean, crazy AFC so far. Raiders keep winning. That's the thing. They'll be deep in their own division. Chargers and the Raiders have the advantage against the Chiefs right now, big time. And thinking of schedule, strength of schedule, Chiefs won their division last year, so they have to play in the random division that they play. They have to play the number 1 seed from that division last year. The Chargers are playing the third team or the second team, and the Raiders are playing. I don't know who came in the second or third last year, but that's how it's broken down. So they got a harder schedule than both those teams for sure going forward.
Yeah.
But that's our wrap up. That's every game. We were on the ball here. A lot of games we had the same.
This is
a great week of football.
This week's there's a decent amount of games that look like they should be blowouts. Honestly, some of these matchups are pretty bad. Look lopsided. Bengals, Jets, Rams, Texans.
Yeah, there's a lot of games that are very, very close. I mean, we got Tennessee. We all got Tennessee. That could be a close game with the Colts. I mean, but there are blowouts. There are blowouts.
Close game. Yeah.
But we had our blowout week last week, so
Yeah, that was a blowout.
I don't know if we're gonna see that many blowouts this week.
I'm just excited for fantasy. All those bye weeks. Oh my god, everyone left.
All the bye weeks are over.
Sleeping by 4:00. Oh, it's terrible. I'm so pumped for tomorrow.
In other news, the Buckeyes beat Penn State 33-24, just so you guys know. Nice. But yeah, this week should be fun. I'm sure we'll do some fan duels. I have them out there. I'll tweet out our favorite tomorrow morning. I'll tweet out our favorite daily fantasy players. I think we should start doing that. In the morning, I'll text you guys who's your favorite must-have in daily fantasy lineup.
Cooper Kupp every week.
Well, yeah, that's
Derrick
obvious.
Henry every week.
Honestly, for me this week, I think it's two guys, and Nicholas hit on one of them, and Joe hit on the other one. I think it's Joe Mixon and Swift. I think those are the guys this week. I gotta have him in my lineup, one or the other. But other than that, look for that tweet. And then Monday, me and Nicholas will break down all these games, give you the recaps, tell you how correct we were because we're fucking Nostradamuses and we know everything.
Yo, that's what we do over here.
That's what we do.
All we do.
We're only technically experts because we have microphones. So
what you're paying for?
That's right. You ain't paying shit. So until next time, we will see you guys then. Have a great fucking night.
Cheers.
Deuces.